right, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's popping? What's good? Make sure this shit is on. Let me clear my throat. What's good, people? Jermaine Jones, what up? Toddy Kid, Zachy, what up? Ian, Stefan, was good? Real quick, I'm not going to be on here long. I'm probably going to be on here maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. But I had to do this because when shout out to one of my subscribers, O'Milly, I think his name is, and I was going back and forth with him in the comment section of my last video that I put up, where I was talking about 7 reasons why women reject you, right? And so in that video, I was talking about, women will reject you because they're physically unattracted to you, but I also said that women will reject you because your mouthpiece ain't tight. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to elaborate more on this mouthpiece thing, because he was like, oh, but wouldn't you rather be like a good-looking dude, because isn't that going to be the better situation? I'm like, nah. And this is why I want to do this video, because I want you guys to understand that your mouthpiece is king. Okay? Let me see you in the chat room. Shout out to Raymond, Andrew, Gerald, David, what up? John Doe, what's going on? Mr. Strip Guy, Lance, VP Films, Live Fabulous, K Zaggin 20. You say he's gonna do a video? Nah, do it. Do that shit, bro. We need more of the facts out there, man. That's what it is. We need more of the facts out there, because I cats need to understand this game, bro. I'm telling you. Well, before we get into all that, remember, guys, make sure you get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today. You feel what I'm saying? Make that shit go down. Click the link below. Go straight to MrLocario.com. You feel me? So this is the thing. You got to understand that your mouthpiece is king. Your mouthpiece will make or break you when it comes to attracting these women. You understand? It's going to make or break you. See, a lot of guys, because they think with the mindset of a man, you have the man mindset. You're thinking of how you're attracted to women. You see what I'm saying? You're thinking how a man is attracted to a woman. So you're thinking just visually. You're thinking, okay, if I see a hot girl, that's it. Like, she's getting the attention or whatever, right? But you got to understand there's a difference between how men and women, go about attraction and all that other shit. And what you got to understand, as a man, your mouthpiece is key. Now, this is the thing. This is not to say that a woman isn't going to see a good-looking guy. She's going to be like, oh, he's hot, and be attracted to him, right? But what I talk about all the time is, I'm talking about actually having sex, though. Are you fucking these chicks, though? I don't give a fuck if a chick think I'm cute. Is she sucking my dick? That's all I care about. I don't care how handsome a chick thinks I am. Is she going to have sex with me? You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of guys who are not well versed in the game, they think because you're good looking, that automatically equals sex. They think because the girl thinks you're handsome or cute or whatever, that automatically equals sex. You understand? It doesn't. See, and a lot of guys think that makes it easier. No, it doesn't. See, what you got to understand is this, is that a woman can think you're handsome or think you're cute and still not be sexually attracted to you. And I've talked about this before. A woman can think you're attractive but not be attracted. I'm going to say that again. A woman can think you're attractive but not be attracted. You understand? It's really that simple. So what happens is this, is that because a woman can think you're attractive and not necessarily be attracted to you, right? what could get her to be attracted to you? Your mouthpiece. Now, this is the thing. There are some girls, no matter what you say and do, they're not going to be fucking with you, period. So I don't want you to think that there's this magical thing you can do and say to make a woman want to fuck you if she don't want to fuck you. If a woman is totally not into you, there's nothing you can do about that. It's over. You understand? Okay, like you talk about the difference between sexual attraction and physical attraction. Real talk, exactly. So sexual attraction basically means she wants to have sex with you. Physical attraction means she's attracted to how you look. You understand? And just because she's attracted to how you look doesn't mean she wants to have sex with you. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. We're different than the women. A woman can think you are physically attractive and not want to suck your dick, not want to fuck you. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I've had so many women, and I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from experience. I've had women say to my face multiple times, "Oh my God, you're so handsome. You're so cute. Your skin is so chocolatey." All of this shit. Then when I try to fuck them, right? 90% of them ain't fuck me. Why? Because they were physically attracted to me. They liked the way I look physically, but they weren't sexually attracted to me. They weren't attracted to me to the point where they wanted to have sex with me. Right? Now, there were times where women were just like, they're like, "Oh, you're all right, you're cool, whatever." They would, I could tell they weren't like all the way physically attracted to me. But because I was talking to them and because I had that mouthpiece, right, that made them warm up to me, because what happens is that the mouthpiece, it creates a situation to where you are hitting her on a psychological level, right, which makes her feel certain things, which can make her be attracted to you. And see, the mouthpiece is something every guy could fuck with. See, this is the thing. A woman could have a guy who she thinks is, physically attractive, but she's not sexually attracted to him. But then he come with that mouthpiece, and now she's sexually attracted to him. A woman could have a guy who she's not physically attracted to, right, or sexually attracted to, but she can become sexually attracted to him because of his mouthpiece. This is what you guys gotta understand. For example, and before I even get into that, I want you to understand that there's levels to the mouthpiece, to having a mouthpiece. You understand what I'm saying? So having a mouthpiece basically is just you being able to communicate to the chick and get what you want out of the situation, right? But what you have to understand is, hold on, let me plug this fucking thing in before it start acting funny. Hold on, let me plug that in. All right, cool, we plugged in. Now, there's levels to the mouthpiece. So what that means is this. If you go up to a girl and you're just like, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day going?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm fine." And y'all just have a regular small talk. And you say, "Hey, you seem pretty cool. Let me get your number." And she gives you the number and you hit her up, whatever. That's having a mouthpiece. But that's one level of it. You feel what I'm saying? Then you have another level where you can be a little bit more clever in what you're saying and doing that could yield you more results. So, for example, Bar Command 101, you say, how do you develop the gift of gab? It's practice, but I'm gonna give you an example. So you have another level where you're more clever. So, for example, there was a dude I knew who most women and most people would say he's like below average looking, right? So, but he had a mouthpiece on him. So he was able to get chicks. Now, one of the things that I thought he did was clever, was sometimes he'd approach a girl and just, he'd just be on some regular shit like, "Hey, how you doing tonight?" Right? Just regular shit, right? So then, now I'm not talking about Miles. This is another dude. He said, I'm not talking about Miles. There's another dude I'm talking about. He'd be like, he'd go to the girls on some regular shit. "Hey, how's your night going? How you doing tonight?" Right? And so she would, some girls would be cool with him, say, oh, it's good. Or some girls would be like very standoffish to him, whatever. Either way. So he'd say, hey, how's your night going? How you doing tonight? Right? And she'll respond, oh, I'm fine. Everything's cool, right? The next thing he would say is, have you ever had a dude as fine as me come approach you? Okay? He would say that. He would say, have you ever had a dude as fine as me come approach you? So now, usually the girls will laugh when he say that. Why? Because he's a, average to below average looking dude. You see what I'm saying? But he knew that, which is why him saying that worked to break the ice and get the girls sort of like, you understand what I'm saying? With their defensives down. So because he was clever with his mouthpiece, that made the women warm up to him, even though he probably wasn't, as, physically attractive as some of these women would have expected a guy to approach them to be. You understand what I'm saying? You said that shit don't work. It did work. That's what I'm telling you it worked. I was there when he would do that shit. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The mouthpiece is important, right? Then you have another level of the mouthpiece where you can say or do things to really get in a girl's mind, get in her head. So when you're having a long, sort of conversation and you're taking in information she's talking about and you're using that to create a situation where you're getting in her head to be able to move her in certain directions you want to move her in. Right? See, I might have to do a whole Bad Boy membership program on the different levels and, the type of stuff you could say, how to do all that type of shit and everything. You understand? But you got to understand that the mouthpiece is important. Jermaine Joe, you said these dudes take it too seriously. That's why they don't get it. And look, you got to understand something. What makes, again, you're going to have chicks who are going to check you out because they think you're good looking or whatever like that. But that's just on the surface. This is why I always say this. If you care about chicks checking you out, then yeah, you got to be on some good looking shit. But that's all good looking really does for you in the long run. Now, there's going to be some girls who will fuck you because they think you're good looking and they're physically attracted to you and sexually attracted to you. But that's a minuscule amount of chicks. Because I would say for me personally, I'd say maybe less than probably 7 or 8% of the women that I fucked are straight off of them just being physically attracted to me like that. You understand what I'm saying? The rest was mouthpiece. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what you have to understand when it comes to women is that, and this is what I was talking about in the video where I was talking about women rejecting you. And I said 7 reasons why women will reject you. Because there's a whole bunch of different reasons as to why the girl won't have sex with you. And what happens is if you have a tight mouthpiece, you can turn all those reasons of her not wanting to do it into her actually wanting to do it. So for example, I'll give you guys an example. Because I'm in an open relationship, right? Because I'm in an open relationship, I've had women, because dude's thing is just all about looks or whatever, right? So I've had women who are physically attracted to me who was ready to throw the pussy at me like that, right? But guess what? When they realized I was in an open relationship, meaning I had other women, that made them sort of pause. There's like, hold on. I was going to give you this pussy, but now that I know you got a wife, and what's up with that? Right? So what happened was that sometimes the chicks would just automatically not fuck with me because of that. You see what I'm saying? But then there were times where, because I was able to interact with them and my mouthpiece was tight, I was able to get them from backing away to actually being cool with it, being down with it. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is why I'm trying to tell you guys mouthpiece is key, because a woman could see you, be physically attracted to you, and if your mouthpiece ain't on point, she's not going to fuck you. So for all of the looks matters, it's all about looks, all about looks. Okay, you go up and approach that girl and start talking, we'll see. You go up and approach that girl and start, interacting with her, we'll see. And this is what you guys don't understand. Because for women, a lot of what makes them even act on being sexual and doing shit with dudes is based off their feelings. Even if it's just purely physical. It's the feeling she gets about fucking with a guy that she thinks is that hot. You understand what I'm saying? It's the feeling. And see, Darrell S., I'm glad you brought that up, where dudes say looks can only get you in the door. Looks don't even get you in the door. You feel what I'm saying? Looks don't even get you in the door. Looks get you at the door, but it don't get you in the door. You understand what I'm saying? See, what happens is the look will get a chick to check you out. But in the grand scheme of things, that don't really mean much. It's like this. If you see a beautiful house, you're like, oh shit, that house looks good. Right? But you don't buy the house because the outside looks good. What do? You take a walk inside. Right? Because you need to know more about the house. You want to see how it looks inside. You want to see all the details before you make your choice. So the same thing for women. When they see that good-looking guy, that's like looking at the front of the house. Going inside the house is his mouthpiece. You understand what I'm saying? So if you go inside the house and you see the faucet's leaky, the toilet's fucked up, the inside got roaches and rats, you like, I ain't fucking with this house. I'm good. I'm out. That's what happens with women. They'll see a guy, oh my God, he's so hot. Then he starts talking to her, her pussy dries up because he's like, oh my goodness, I can't fuck with this dude. Why? Because his mouthpiece ain't on point. This is what all the looks matter is guys don't get. They don't understand how it works with women. Exactly, K-Zag. And so he said verbal skills get you in the door. Facts. That's what I'm saying. This is what dudes don't get. This is what dudes don't get. Because I used to be confused. I used to be like, yo, how the fuck is this chick? Listen, I remember back in the day, right? I had dreadlocks down to my back, right? And I remember there was this girl I wanted to get with. And I said to her, I said, yo, so what's the type of guy you like? She said, I like dark-skinned guys with dreadlocks and who's tall. And I was like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm right here. Like, what you mean? You know what this chick told me? She said, yeah, you cute, but I don't even remember what the but was. All I remember was she said, yeah, you cute, but I was like, what? You understand what I'm saying? It's not just about the look, because women can see you, look at you, think you're cute, think you're handsome. That still don't mean they gonna have sex with you. You understand? I've had dudes who I would consider worse looking than me pull chicks I was trying to get. So when I talk all this shit, I'm not just talking this shit just to talk this shit. I'm talking about in real life situations. I've seen dudes who weren't as fit as me, dudes who weren't taller than me. You understand what I'm saying? Dudes who've had less money than me, pull chicks I was trying to get. You understand what I'm saying? And the one thing that they had in common was the mouthpiece. I've seen dudes roll up on girls and shit. They start saying some shit. The girls laughing, giggling, having all this fun. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Like dudes don't get it. I'm telling you, the mouthpiece is king. The mouthpiece is king. And again, you're going to have, I always talk about this, you have 3 chicks you're going to see. You're going to have the chick that's extremely into you, the chick that's somewhat into you, and the chick that's not into you at all. Period. You understand? The chick who's not into you at all, there's nothing you can do. I don't care how good your mouthpiece is. She's done. It ain't happening. The chick who's extremely into you, right? With her, your mouthpiece don't gotta be that tight because she's already into you for whatever reason it is. But in rare cases, you could fuck it up if you say or do some goofy shit. Now the girl who's in the middle, the second chick, right? That's the one, and this is usually the girl you're gonna meet most of. She's the chick where the mouthpiece will make or break you. You understand? That's what you guys gotta understand about this, man. That's what you gotta understand about this. And so this is why I tell you guys, you gotta go out there, talk to girls, interact with girls so that you'll practice. You understand? So that you get some practice. Exactly. K-Zaggy said, women see a lot of good-looking guys, but what separates you? Facts. Exactly. Like, yo, I talked about this before. I don't think y'all motherfuckers realize how many good-looking dudes women have access to. I'm going to say that again. I don't think y'all realize how many good-looking dudes women have access to. So, what separates this good-looking guy from that good-looking guy from that good-looking guy? What separates it? You understand? What separates them is how the dude is, his mouthpiece, his energy. Right? That's what separates it. Ronnie said you can even tell a woman how to act with your words. Facts. Real talk. Real fucking talk. You see what I'm saying? So dudes got it, yo, I'm telling you. Don't sleep on that mouthpiece. When you start looking at it and, oh, it's just looks, you're going to get in a situation where, yeah, a lot of girls will check you out there, think you're cute, but that does not equate to sex. Does not equate to them really fucking with you. That's what I care about. You see what I'm saying? Because a chick could tell me how cute I look all day. If she ain't fucking me, that don't mean shit to me. You see what I'm saying? That means nothing. You see what I mean? That means nothing. And the thing is, a lot of dudes, they have this thought process of thinking, well, if you don't look good, the girl's not going to give you a chance to even talk to her. Which is bullshit. Which is bullshit. Do you understand that when you see, let me hip you out to some game real quick, right? Do you know what makes you have a successful interaction with women just in general when you're dealing with women? What you need to understand is that when it comes to approaching girls and talking to girls and like, you know, making that shit happen, you need to be able to sort of it's almost like you're imposing your will on the situation. Like you're getting up in her space. You understand what I'm saying? And not in no way that's negative or whatever. What I mean is that you're getting in the space and you're commanding attention and you are controlling the dynamic of that situation. Unfortunately, a lot of times, the reason why guys have a hard time interacting with chicks or like cold approaching a girl or whatever is because they don't come at the interaction with commanding attention. They don't come at the interaction with imposing their will on the situation. You see what I'm saying? So when you say shit like, well, if the girl don't think you look good, she's not going to give you a chance to talk to her. What chance is a chick giving you? What kind of chance does a chick give you to go and talk to her? What do you mean chance? How is a chick going to stop you from talking to her? How? I want to know. How does a chick stop you from moving your legs, one foot in front of the other, going across and going in front of her and talking to her? How does she stop you? You understand? Just like I was saying with my friend who, you know, the guy that was not necessarily like the greatest looking dude, right? He would approach these girls and just be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? How's your night going? Right? Now, there were girls sometimes who ignored him and didn't say anything. There were some girls who replied to him very cordially. Some girls who smiled at him and said, what's up? Some girls who sort of gave him an attitude a little bit. Right? But guess what? He approached and he was talking to the girl. They didn't have to give him a chance to talk. That's pussy shit. He went over and talked to them. Right? And then when he said his little clever line like, yo, have you ever talked to a guy as fine as me before? It was over. 90% of the women he did that to, it was a wrap. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing you guys got to understand. Fuck all of this. Well, she's not going to give me a chance to talk to her because if you're not good looking, you don't even have a chance to talk. Like, what kind of fucking shit is that? Seriously, what kind of shit is that? That's ridiculous. She's not giving you a chance to... What? Come on, bruh. Come on, guys. That's ridiculous. Ken Woodrow says, so how come I don't use that line? Well, that line probably won't work on me. Well, and see, that's the thing. And this is what happens when you talk about being clever. You have to be able to figure out what works for you. Because if I go up to a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, some girls are going to think, like, let's say, for example, I use that line. Why wouldn't that line work as good with me? Why do y'all think? If I was to go up to a girl and say, and I've said that before, I've said something to a variation of that, but it wasn't necessarily that. But if I go up to a girl and I'll be like, hey, you know, have you ever gotten approached with a guy as fine as me, right? The reason why it probably won't work for me as much is because there's going to be girls who already think I look good. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like I'm being extremely super arrogant. See, and this is another thing I gotta... This is another thing I gotta talk about, probably in another video, is that sometimes you have to recognize how women see you. I think I did a video about this, though. You got to sort of recognize how women see you, because based off of how women see you, right, will affect sort of the outcome of how your game, how you're interacting with them. You understand? So if women generally see, like, for example, I say, for example, for me, most women, they see me as like a player. You understand? Sometimes just off the bat or just talking to me, they're like, they view me, oh, he's one of these player dudes. You understand? So because they see me as this player guy, right? There's certain times where if I'm doing something or acting a certain way, or, you know, trying to pretend to be some other goofy shit, it ain't really gonna work. And a lot of times too, women are very perceptive, because I wouldn't necessarily call myself like a player, but I'm in the I could see myself, or I could like understand being in that category, right? Like, they're not gonna mistake me for some guy who's like a one-woman dude who's like going to church and trying to find his special woman. Like, they're not going to believe that shit, even if I tried. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes what happens is women, they'll view you a certain way. And because they view you a certain way, they're responding to you a certain way. So you got to understand how these women are viewing you. So it's not to say you have to change up how you necessarily doing shit, but it gives you an indicator as to why you may have more or less success in certain situations. You feel what I'm saying? What up, George Washington? Was popping, bro? He said, keep it real. The shoes on the other foot, you never smashed. Y'all never smashed a chick that wasn't the baddest, but was aight, but was mad cool as far as personality. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We do the same shit. We see a chick, she's like decent. We're like, yeah, I'd fuck with her. Same thing with women. And also, too, what you got to understand is that, see, when guys talk about all this look shit, women already know that a large majority of guys aren't going to be the best looking dudes. They know this already. They know that a huge majority of guys, let's say 80%, are not going to be the best looking dudes. You understand? So what happens is that there are times, again, where women will have a certain amount of guys who look good that's trying to holler at them. But at the same time, they're going to have a whole bunch of dudes who's just average looking or whatever that's trying to holler. So what happens is what separates everyone is how weak or strong each individual's guy's game is. Right? And your mouthpiece is a big component to that game. You see what I'm saying? And see, this is the thing that guys gotta really understand. You gotta understand that the more you practice, the better your mouthpiece is gonna be. And on top of that, you're gonna realize that shit is gonna be flowing so smoothly that you're gonna fucking surprise yourself. You understand? You be like, damn, I said that, I did that, I got, because what happens is that you practice so much and you get so comfortable talking to women that your sort of intentions to fuck with her comes out in what you say and do. See, it's the same concept of a rapper who been rapping so long that he's good at freestyling, or a comedian that's been doing comedy so long that he's good at being funny almost at any point. He could heckle the crowd, like a heckler in the crowd could be saying some shit. He'll come back with something real funny and just like that. Same thing happens when you're out here talking to women. You see what I'm saying? See, it's crazy because, look, a lot of my clients are guys that most people would consider good looking. You feel what I'm saying? So if you have all these guys having issues, it ain't just about the looks. You see what I'm saying? It ain't just about the looks. Because like I said, women can get a whole slew of good looking dudes. You understand? Like even look, there's times where I fucked with chicks who some of y'all would consider like 5s and 6s, right? And I was probably one of the best looking dudes that that most of these 5s and 6s been with in a while, or you understand what I'm saying? Or could have been like their first dudes that they were like, okay, this is a good looking guy I could get with. Because good looking guys want the same thing as guys who ain't good looking. They all trying to get it in. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that when a woman realizes that she can get all these good looking dudes, her dealing with good looking dudes ain't nothing. That's like whatever. You see what I'm saying? Now she's looking for who gives her that feeling, though. And sometimes the feeling could be from that good looking dude. Sometimes the feeling could be from a guy who's not so good looking. But she gets that feeling. You see what I'm saying? She gets that feeling. And a lot of times that feeling comes from that mouthpiece, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. Duras, you said, and words tap into those feelings. Exactly. Facts. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look, there's times where I'm telling you, when you get good at this, you're going to see a woman's eyes light up when you're talking to her. You'll see it. You'll be like, God damn, I got this chick hanging on every fucking word. She's done. She's fucking done. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's practicing that mouthpiece and understanding that there's levels to that mouthpiece. You understand? Leonardo was popping, bro. What is popping? Ryan said, do I believe actions speak louder than words? What do you mean? In what context? What are you talking about? I mean, generally, yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? But are you talking about in this situation? And the thing is this, you don't want to, when it comes to the whole mouthpiece thing, it ain't like you got to be super extra clever and witty and all this other stuff. It's really just understanding how to navigate that situation to get it from point A to point B. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just you being able to have a normal, regular, cool, calm, collected, chill conversation with a chick. And then she's like, oh, cool, this guy's fucking normal. You know, he's a cool guy. Let me see what's popping with him. You understand? Dr. Cuddles in the chat room trolling. You said this is a troll channel at this point. Women are demanding a guy to be at least 6 feet now. Bruh, how many times have I told you guys, stop listening to women? You understand? You talking about women are demanding? Demanding what? Who the fuck cares about what women are demanding? You understand what I'm saying? You don't listen to what women want and what they say they want. You listen to what women respond to. And women respond to the mouthpiece. You understand? My horn, you said, why are you only getting homeless chicks lately? You got to step up your game, bro. You got to step up your game. Got to step up that game. You say he wants to cuddle, but no one will cuddle him? Hilarious. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You guys got to, like, don't, man. You got to work on that mouthpiece, man. That's because, again, there's all these other aspects of the game. You want to definitely, keep your look on point. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be confident. Everything matters. But I'm telling you that the mouthpiece, though, nigga, that shit is insane. And this goes far beyond even women. This goes far beyond even women. You understand? Don Coz, you say you 6'2", and women tell you all the time you're tall and handsome. Why is that? These are women you slept with too. Okay, how many women have you slept with, Dr. Cuddles? altogether? How many women have you slept with? Totaled. Because last time you told me you approached 12 women in your life. So how many women have you slept with? And so what I'm trying to say is, I've slept with hundreds of women, and a small portion of those are women who just fucked me because they thought I was cute. I had a whole bunch of women who didn't fuck me, who was telling me to my face how cute they thought I was. Oh my God, you're so sexy. Oh, you look so good. Okay. All right, let's get this popping. Well, I don't. Okay, so you've had sex with 8 women. And how many women have you tried to have sex with and you didn't? You see what I'm saying? Do you understand the point now? So you had sex with 8 women, and let's say those 8 women, let's say for sake of argument, all those 8 women fucked you just because they thought you were cute. What happened to all the other girls you were trying to get with on Tinder that you didn't get with? What happened with them? What happened to all those other women? Right, you said 3 you've actually approached. And so how many girls have you matched with on Tinder? How many girls have you matched with on Tinder? Dr. Cuddles, how many girls have you matched with on Tinder? Because I'm sure it was more than 8, right? So if it's more than 8, what happened to the other women? Okay, that's exactly. You got 800 matches and you slept with 8 women. Now, do you think that you would have slept with more women if your mouthpiece was on point? If your mouthpiece was on point, do you think you would have slept with more women? I'm sure you would have. You see what I'm saying? So this the thing, man. I'm trying to tell you cats. I'm trying to tell you guys. Gotta practice. But shit, what time is it? Oh shit. All right, guys. So listen, I told you it's gonna be a real quick show because I gotta run. I got to get out of here. But listen, I'm going to be doing another show on Wednesday. I'm gonna do another show Friday. And we're gonna get it in again. Remember, guys, make sure you get How to Have Sex 2 in a Day ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys click the link below to get your copy of this book. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, man, let me shout out to all the people in the chat room. Shout out to Big Stain. What's good with you, bruh? S336D Miles is popping. D Weez, what up? Heavy Hands. Jarrell S. Enemies Defeated. Reggie Menard. Kid Pump. Pablo. Jesse in the building. Roy Chess. Jonathan Cook. Rocksteady in the building. Kelly Moore. Lance Riviera. Shout out to my dude K Zaggin for moderating. Appreciate you, bro. And do that video, bro. Do that video, man. I want to hear your take on this shit. Wood 1054. Ross Goldberg was popping. Jermaine Jones was good. Man, I want to shout out to everybody in the chat. But I got to get out of here, man. I hope you guys have a awesome day. And I will see you guys on Friday. All right? So I'll let you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We out.